A good example of this was in the Bible. It talks about people sitting on a mountain for 40 days to experience, meditating constantly every day to experience inner peace. That is something we get like that now, because consciousness has raised so quickly, because we're in a completely different frequency than we were then. And I've experienced this. I've been able to see and feel and experience different dimensions, different worlds, different realms since I was young. I was born in that way. And when I was young, it was like how I would explain the energy, the frequency, and anyone who is a light being who was aware of it for the last 30, 40 years knows exactly what I'm talking about. It was like treacle. It was like moving through thick tar compared to what we're in now. And you can see it just in technology. You can see the growth and how fast information has gone. And if you think about light, being a light worker, all light is information. That's all it is. Light carries information. It carries a frequency. So if you imagine that we are light beings, so we've got this incredible information in us, and as more of us and more of us are starting to wake up, starting to evolve, starting to raise our consciousness through meditation, now meditation, crystals, all of this is normal, right? It's something that everyone has heard of. Where 20 years ago, 30 years ago, incense was weird. Meditation was something you couldn't even mention in a conversation without people thinking you were some kind of weirdo. All of this, yoga was weird. We almost can't believe it now. And for people who are, younger generation, it's like saying to them, remember, we used to have to sit and our phone was attached to the wall with a wire and we couldn't leave. We had to sit talking on the phone. And they're like, what? My daughter, she's like, what? You couldn't move with your phone? And so this is the same way. If you imagine that quantum leap in technology, we've had a quantum leap in frequency, the ability to manifest, the ability to change, the ability to shift our reality. And I want to talk to you about jumping timelines, because this is something we can do. And the best and the most effective way of doing that is in the quantum field. Because in the quantum field, so the quantum field is the unseen force that connects all of us. Okay, it connects all of us, and within it is, I talk about this before. If you've ever done any quantum physics, if you know anything about that, we are made up of molecules. We're made up of atoms, and in the atom that we're made up of, in the molecule that we're made up of, it is 99% nothing. It's 99% nothing. We are more nothing than we are something. And in that nothingness that we're in, it's just the molecules are moving slower. The matter that we're in, so the molecules move slower, which creates a density, which is why we can see, why we can feel, because it creates matter. That's where we're in.